Hello, everyone. This is Dr. B with Power Talk Livestream. And with me is Dr. Cecilia Cervantes. Yesterday, we were on live and we told you that this is the 5-day challenge to create the future you want. And every day we're going to be talking about a topic. And yesterday, we were talking about it was day one, and it was basically you're gonna have to go back to find that video. It's finding the best version of yourself. And then today is dehypnotize yourself from false beliefs. So it is a very interesting, very juicy topic, and it's very, very important for us. So thank you for those of you that are here. Cecilia, welcome, and thank you for being here with me.
Great, thank you. Happy to be here. This is a very interesting topic, and it's very relevant because it does get in our way, our beliefs. What do we believe about ourselves, and do we believe that we can succeed? And if not, why not?
Hmm.
Right?
Exactly. It's like whenever you want something, like whenever you are creating your future, because that's what the topic, right? So when you're creating your future and then you feel like, gosh, I want this goal, or I've had this goal for a year, I've had this goal for 2 years, I've had this goal for 10 years. I mean, we don't know how long you've had your goal, but we know that many times we have a goal and we haven't been able to achieve it. And the reason we're not able to achieve it is because we have beliefs that are holding us back, that might be connected to some emotion, and there's no alignment to your goal. So let's say you have your goal and you have a belief and you have an emotion and you are scattered. Don't you think, Dr. Cecilia?
Oh, absolutely. You have to have everything lined up, as they say, all your ducks in a row in order to move forward.
Hmm.
But if there's a little voice that says, well, you can't do that for whatever reason. Here's a big one that a lot of people have: I'm not good enough.
Hmm.
That's a belief. That's a
Exactly.
belief.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's those of you that follow us, and there's a wonderful person that I love. Her name is Hellenique, and she's from Cyprus. And she has her following is the lies that women tell themselves. But it's not only women telling lies to themselves. We lie to ourselves through those beliefs that doctors Cecilia Cervantes just mentioned. It's like, I'm not good enough, um, I don't know enough, um, just lies over and over again that we repeat. I don't have enough money, I don't have enough of this. So how do you begin to dehypnotize yourself from these false beliefs, right? So I think that's the big question that we have today. How do you begin to do it? Do you want to share something?
Well, first you have to recognize that it's there, because a lot of these beliefs are unconscious. We don't know that we believe this. We're not conscious of it. And that's where we have to bring it up to the surface. It's deep inside of us. And so we don't know, well, why is it that I can't succeed at this? Why don't I succeed at this? And it's this I. And that's what we have to do. We have to bring it to the surface so that we can deal with it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we don't know it's there.
Exactly. So you have to have this deep awareness, and you have to have a self discovery. I think that it's a like a lifelong journey that we're having in this world, in this life. And this is earth school. That's how I'm going to put it. This is earth school. So it's all about being able to discover, who am I? Who am I? And then where do I want to go? So there's like a GPS, there's an internal GPS, but sometimes there's a malfunction, and you want to go in a certain direction, but you're not getting there because your internal GPS is probably inserting a different direction of, I'm not good enough, I don't know how, I don't have enough money, um, My parents said I couldn't do it. I have to ask permission. There's all these things we're telling ourselves so that internal GPS doesn't get us to where we want to go.
Exactly. And then you may have a belief on top of a belief like money is evil.
Mm-hmm.
I need money, but money is evil. And so you don't want to go towards money because you have a belief about it. So it gets pretty entangled there. We
Mm-hmm.
have all these beliefs and they come from many different places. And it starts when you're very young. And it can even start, guess what? In the womb. Our,
Mm-hmm.
we sense everything around us, especially as children. We are absorbing everything around us, and everything we hear, we absorb, and we believe that it's true because we don't have any filters. From 0 to 7 years old, we have no filters, and everything we hear is true to us. And
Mm-hmm.
those beliefs we hear at that age stay with us until we discover that they're there because it's like hidden in a closet way down or up in the attic somewhere. You just don't know it's there. You've forgotten about it or you never knew it was there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's affecting your entire life, your goals.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we if you really begin to listen to your stories, the stories that you tell yourself and the stories that you're constantly telling your coworkers, your friends, your kids, listen, begin to have that awareness of what stories are you telling yourself. And I remember clearly that my mom would tell us stories, and it was the same story over and over of some problems, some situations that were happening in the house. And they were so ingrained in me that I didn't even know these individuals, that I ended up not liking them because it was so ingrained in me because of these stories. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And if I didn't know these people, I couldn't just take somebody else's word for it. Sometimes I need to be able to discover it for myself and having the awareness. Now, Cecilia, you know what's really funny? Like, my mom used to tell us for a long time, like, I couldn't eat bananas at night. She would only buy, like, because we were 11 in the family. So she would buy 11 oranges, 11 bananas, just enough for one a piece. So the bananas were only eaten in the morning. And for a long time, I wanted a banana at night. And she, you know what she'd say? No, because you're going to get sick. So for a long time, I thought if I ate a banana, I would be sick because I would eat it. And when I got married with my husband, the second one, sorry, I he was eating a banana at night. I'm like, you can't eat the banana, you're gonna get sick. And he goes, what are you talking about? I've eaten a banana all my life at night and I've never gotten sick. So then I ate a banana and I was like eating it very slowly. Like, I was in fear. I know it's crazy, but I was in fear eating a banana and I didn't get sick. I didn't get sick. So that was a belief that didn't even belong to me. And I was holding on to it, never even tried because I thought I would get sick. So I think other people are experiencing something similar to this story, don't you think? Have you ever experienced something like that, Cecilia?
Oh, sure. When you're a child, you believe everything you hear and you're told a lot of myths and stories and fables and you think that it's all true. We thought that Santa Claus was true and witches and rabbits, magical creatures. um,
Yeah.
they're not real, but we thought they were real. And sometimes even into adulthood, some people think that these myths are real and they have different taboos and superstitions, whatever. They're all beliefs. And if you believe it's true, it is true for you.
Yes, exactly. So here's the question for those of you that are watching either now live or watching a replay. What we want you to do is like stop and think of an old belief that you have or you had, and then you had to dehypnotize yourself and say, that's not true, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you have to reprogram yourself. And if that's true for you, it's the same thing when you want to create the future for yourself. You know, this is a minor belief on a banana, but it also applies to your life. There's a belief you have that is there, probably impacting some actions or uh, your perspective on being able to see things in a different point of view. So you can't see what you do not know that's there or available, you know? So we want you to begin to really focus on those old stories, discover how powerful belief can be upon you, your behavior, your ability, how it holds you back, and begin to journal. That's what we were talking about yesterday. It's like get a journal, go back to day one from yesterday. And then today, it's like begin to monitor your beliefs, like become aware what you're believing that might be impacting your goal. And and then ask, is that really true for me now? Right? So Dr.
Exactly.
Cecilia?
Yes, you know, is that true? You have to challenge your beliefs because they're probably not true. You know, they're not pertinent right now. It's something from the past, and you've carried it with you all these years, and it's keeping you behind. Especially your beliefs about whether you can be successful or not. Um, Beliefs around money. Lots of people have beliefs around money, and it keeps them back. I had a friend who believed that she was never meant to make a lot of money because in her astrology, she had something in her second house that was keeping her from making money. And she lived her whole life believing this. Well, I can't make any money. You know, that's just not going to happen for me because of my chart, my astrological chart.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
it kept her from taking any action. You have to take action and you have to bust these myths.
mm-hmm.
You have to stop allowing yourself to be hypnotized from the outside world
Right.
because the inside world is where all your truths lie. We watch way too much television, we're on the internet. Someone says something on the internet and it's automatically true just because it was said in public.
Mm-hmm,
Awareness, that's what you said, and that you have to become aware what's really going on here. Who am I? What am I here for? And what is truth? You know, all these things that I believe, are they really true? Question your beliefs and figure out, are they true for you and are they holding you back?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to question yourself. I mean, we always question other people. You know, we question our mom, like, why? You know, our supervisors, when they ask us to do something or whatever, we ask them why we have to do a certain task. So we should ask ourselves, why not? Right? When you're thinking of your goal, ask, why am I not achieving it? Like, what am I believing? And one of the things you could do, you know, one of the things that we train people, we're both NLP, neuro linguistic um, trainer of trainers. We're certified in hypnosis. We're certified in timeline therapy and in coaching, and that has allowed us to work with a lot of people and seeing some of these beliefs that get in the way, you know. And when you begin to ask and you begin to sit and journal and just journal and ask, why am I not achieving what you want to achieve? You know, because we're talking about creating the future you want. First, you're going to have to become the person you are in the future, right? Taking the role of that person in the future. So figure out what beliefs this person already has, your future self, and jot them down. Like, what beliefs does that person have? So
Right.
become the observer, right? Right, Dr. Cecilia? You have to become the observer.
Exactly. You have to stalk yourself, as Carlos Castaneda used to say. You have to stalk yourself. What are the thoughts that are going on in your head? What are the voices that are there? You know, we have these little this monkey brain with these voices that say, "Oh, you can't do that. You're just not good enough or smart enough or whatever. You're never going to be able to do that." But this is where coaching comes in. You know, uh, and most people who really want to get ahead in the world have a coach. You have athletes, they all have coaches. Athletes that want to really achieve their goal, say in the Olympics, when you have an Olympic athlete going to the big games, what are they telling themselves? How
Mhm.
do they win? Are they going? What are they going for? Uh, they're not just going for the silver or the bronze, they're going for gold, right? You've got to go for gold in your life. You got to go for the gold, and
Mhm.
have a coach, have someone there who's going to hold you to it, you know, someone who's going to help you discover what's keeping you back, because a lot of this is unconscious.
Mhm.
And the other part of it is that, it's in the words we speak, the words we say about ourselves. We often damn ourselves by saying, oh, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough. You have to stop damning yourself.
Mhm.
That's part of those beliefs. Discover what's going on in your head, and then you'll discover why you're not achieving those goals.
Exactly. And now, when we were growing up, we were probably, many of us, I'm not saying all, but many of us were told, don't do that. Sit down, ask permission, raise your hand. When you're in school, raise your hand before you do something. We've been automatically trained to move and do when we're ordered. So that is also a belief that you might have, that it's really deep, deep inside and you have no idea it's even there. So your operating system is waiting for someone to give you permission to be successful. So me and Dr. Cecilia Cervantes are here to give you permission to go and be successful. Go create the future you want and dehypnotize yourself from those false beliefs that are holding you back. And if you are a coach, and I know that many of you that follow us are coaches or leaders or in the medical field or in some industry where you're leading, as a coach, as a leader, as a mentor, we have to help our clients to become dehypnotized from their false beliefs. So you have to begin to listen to their beliefs, what they're speaking when you're coaching them, and really take note, like, where do they want to be, and then what are their belief systems, where are they? So it's like, use something to monitor and capture it, and then really become train the ear to listen to that, because you will create long lasting transformation with your clients. And we are here to help you today with this challenge and helping you with this tip by dehypnotizing yourself and help your clients dehypnotize themselves also.
Exactly. The proof is in what you say, the words you use. That's where the neuro linguistic comes in, and the programming. We program ourselves. We program our unconscious mind to have these beliefs, and it will hold those beliefs, and it will run unconsciously like a program that you just set there. We get programmed from the outside all the time, and we also program ourselves. We have to discover what's there in those files.
Yes, yes. So
And we
Nitsiki,
can do it. We can do
yeah,
it. We can be successful. But you have to start. You have to take action.
absolutely. And then Nitsiki, hey Nitsiki, good to see you here. Yes, yes, to create the future I want, I believe. And you know what, Nitsiki was, I interviewed her earlier, and she was talking about belief. She says you have to believe in yourself, right? And many times that's one of the beliefs that we have, that we don't believe in ourselves. And I think that's the essential key of the recipe of creating your future, that you have to believe in yourself in order to take action, in order to figure out what skills do I need, what resources do I need to look for, what support do I need, um, what's my behavior, right? What's my patterns? Because we are habitual individuals, that we create these patterns for ourselves and they're not matching our actions that we should be taking. But when you begin to really believe in yourself and say, I could do this, yet this is stopping me, I'm not taking enough action, I'm all over the place, I'm confused. Um, Whatever it is, there's doubts. And I think fear also is one of the things that keeps people behind. Don't you think?
Absolutely. The negative emotions are a big component to keeping us stuck.
Mm-hmm.
We have these negative emotions, again, unconscious, some of them, that are running our lives and keeping us stuck, especially fear. Fear and anger and sadness and, all these negative emotions, guilt. Um, there's a lot going on in there. And as you get older, you just collect more of that, but it's time to clean house because you want to be successful. You want to get there and you want to be like an Olympic athlete going for the gold. And you can do it. You
Mm-hmm.
all have it inside of you. Just declutter, get rid of all this junk and start. Just start. Just take that first step.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So for those of you that are watching, or those of you that are watching the replay, like write some type of belief that you had, you know, or you might have. It's okay. You see, the more that you speak it, the more that you become aware, the more that you accept the belief that you have, then whenever you're taking action and when it kind of comes in again, you'll have more awareness, and you're like, oops, there it is again, right? And then you can tell it, hey, it's not true, stop. You can tell your inner self, that part of you, hey, it's not true, I'm going to still do it. Even if I think I can't do it, I'm going to try, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it. So you have to be able to have the awareness, capture it, and if go ahead and type in what belief you had. And one of the beliefs I had, Dr. Cecilia, and for those of you that are watching, was that I wasn't good enough. And for a long time, I became a seeker, and I did so much research and studied and took courses and nonstop, because I felt that I needed to know everything. But guess what? It doesn't matter how much I study. I still, there's pieces of information I will never know. But I discovered, this is what I discovered. I discovered to find the right experts that would support me where I have my gaps, right? So here you are, Dr. Cecilia, you have an expertise that I might not have, but here we are, both of us supporting each other in this mission. And I connect with other amazing women and fill in the gaps that I don't have. So that's what you can do by and help to dehypnotize yourself by finding someone that will support you
Right.
where you're
No, it's very important. This is like a big, giant school, and we need our good teachers. We need our mentors. We need people that can show us the way and someone we can model their excellence. We need those good models, good role models. Many of us have been brought up with some questionable role models. Doesn't mean that you can't find the role models that you want and that are going to give you what you need and give you that support that you need.
mm-hmm.
And that's where all of this comes in. We will forever be learning and discovering things and looking towards other mentors, whether they're alive or not. I reading books wherever you can get it. There's so much information out there, but you want to get the right information. There's a lot of junk out there, but you want to get the right information, and that's going to help you and lead you in the right way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So the challenge is that you join us every day for 5 days. So yesterday was day one. Go back and watch the replay. You should find it in social media and everywhere you go. And it's called the 5 Day Challenge, Create the Future You Want. So you can find it easily. Look for Dr. Cecilia Cervantes or me, Dr. B. And tomorrow we're going to be on day 3. So tomorrow it's become a successful engineer of your life. So you need to come and join us tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. Central Time, so that we can have that topic. But here is your homework. Okay. We have homework every day. Go and find the homework for day one in the mystical master, the master manifestation lab. And I'm going to put the link here. Go join that group. It's a private group. You're going to find the homework there. And today we'll just tell you verbally, but you have to go to that group to get the written assignment there. For day 2, we're asking you to continue journaling and capture those beliefs that are false, and ask yourself, when you are writing your goal and you're looking at the goal that you wrote yesterday that you want to achieve, now you're going to ask, why am I not getting there? What do I believe that's not helping me to move towards my goal? Then you capture those beliefs, and then capture any emotions, that you might have. If it's fear, if it's sadness, if it's anger, whatever's coming up for you, just jot it down. Now, I'm going to take you a little further here. We listen to voices, or we see people telling us these false beliefs. So make a note, who's telling you this belief? Are you hearing it? Are you seeing it? Are you feeling it? And if you are, it's really important that you make that note. I feel, and that feeling, who is it coming from? Did it come from mom and dad, that they were putting fear in you? Then write it down. Are you hearing mom, dad, a teacher, or maybe society, someone in society that's telling you this belief? Jot it down. Are you seeing this person standing in front of you, maybe pointing and saying, don't you go anywhere until I tell you to get up? That is a belief too, that you're waiting for permission to get up and move. So we're going to help you to dehypnotize yourself. But before we even do that, we have to become aware of what that false belief is. And how is it stored in your brain, in your memory? Is it stored visually? Is it stored in auditory? Is it stored in feeling? And once you discover that, oh my God, wait until tomorrow. We're going to tell you more. So you have to come back to get more information on how to remove those false beliefs to dehypnotize yourself.
Wonderful. Yes, this is the discovery phase, and we have to look at everything. Be like your own detective.
Exactly.
Pick it apart, look at every little thing, and write it down. And even if it doesn't sound right, just write it down. Whatever comes to you, write it down.
Exactly. Write it down. So that's the homework. And comment here, ask us questions. We'll come and read them, and go join that group. Let me give you that group really quick here so you can go find us. I'm going to share it in the message, and because you might not find it. And once you go there, we'll let you into the group, and you can have more deeper private conversations there. If you don't feel comfortable asking them here in the public, it's okay. We created a safe space for you to come and have more conversations with us. So here is the link. Let me give it to you. Give me a second. I'm copying it. I'm going to paste it over here so you could join us. And come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, because tomorrow we will be discussing become a successful engineer of your life. You have to be an engineer, go inside, pull those beliefs, and we're going to help you do some of that tomorrow. So come join us, and thank you for being here, Dr. Cecilia. And those of you, we're going to ask you a favor. In Power Talk live stream, we're asking you, like, comment, share, engage, and tell a friend, invite a friend to come over tomorrow, because we all need to be dehypnotized, and we all need to shift our mindset. So blessings to all, and we will see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye now.
Bye now.